Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. This is Hazel Lucia Tarot. I am Stephanie and today's reading is about who is trying to manifest you into their life or who's manifesting you. So I am intending this to be somebody who is a great positive influence or at the very least an important influence to you. So we're not channeling any negative energies or any kind of, lower vibrations out there, lower vibrational people who might cause you trouble. We are channeling people who are manifesting you into their life for either a really great purpose or for something very, very positive or something very good. So we have 3 piles here for you today. Pile 1, we have this lovely orange blossom card with citrine. Pile 2, we have, I want to say this is peony, with this black tourmaline palm stone. And pile 3, we have, I'm going to have to look at this really quickly, waxflower with the dragon stone. So take your time to meditate, clear the energy, and if for whatever reason you don't like what you're seeing, choose another pile. You can always thank the universe, thank you but no thank you, and send that energy away. But I'll be ready for your reading whenever you are. Hello, pile 1. If you chose citrine and orange blossom, then we have your reading here for you today about who is trying to manifest you. So we're going to start with the oracles, and this is going to give us a glimpse into who your person is and what they may want with you. And then we're going to go into the the tarot, to see a past, present, future, because I've been doing the 3-card method to see how it will start, what the key reason for you meeting this person is, and the future you could possibly have with them. This is meant to be either romantic or platonic, so take it how it resonates. It's going to be mostly romantic though, because I did choose a lover's oracle card here. But we're going to start with your orange blossom card. We have chastity. In ancient China, orange blossom was embroidered onto the dress of young brides to symbolize their chastity and innocence. The meaning of this delicate white flower continues to be linked to marriage and can be used to say everything from "will you marry me" to "I will love you forever." So definitely a feeling of commitment is coming through with this reading, or this particular pile. With orange blossom, this person may like oranges or orange juice, or maybe just the scent, like mandarin, or I think orange blossom has its own scent. It's kind of different from oranges. I forget what it smells like, but when I go into Bath and Body Works, they have an orange blossom scent. Maybe this person might wear that scent. Another thing that is coming through is, I don't know, just something about oranges, like the actual orange juice and oranges themselves might be important. You got 2 of the astrology cards. So we have Sagittarius wisdom with conviction. Forging a sword out of iron. Under extreme heat and pressure, you hammer out your ideals and beliefs. The sword is made of the powerful material of your values. Do not let yourself be deterred from your truth. 2 things with this. This person has a lot of conviction for sure, a lot of wisdom. They've had to really fight and work for what they have, for what they are. But also, out of iron really stood out. So I'm not sure if you or your person are low in iron. Maybe you're, what's the condition? Anemic. I think that's a condition where you're low in iron. But regardless, there's definitely a feeling here that this person has a strong conviction. There's somebody to take seriously. We also have Pisces, wisdom, imagination. Take a walk on a rainbow. Reality is not always the space you need to inhabit. What worlds can you create in your mind's eye? Imagination can inflate your fears, but it can also be used to piece together exciting new ideas and possibilities. I really do love that, and I learned this at Disney World. Your imagination can take you to beautiful places, but it can also take you to ugly places. So I'm not sure if this is you or your person. I do get the feeling this is a little bit more you, pile 1, because Pisces especially is coming through. And if you have any strong Pisces placements, which you might because you're at a tarot reading, there's a chance that you can get a little bit carried away with your imagination, either with how you perceive this person or your future, or there is something here about what can be done of this connection. Because for the majority of you, I feel like it might either be a friend or a lover. Like, that's the energy I'm getting so far, because there's definitely you pinning some high hopes on this person for some reason. Another thing coming through is this rainbow. Well, you have a little bit of everything here. We have rain, sun, rainbow, and clouds, which I really do love. But let's set that aside and get the rest of your oracles before I keep going. You have the most out of any pile, by the way. When I was getting your cards, you had a lot. We have Iron Man. Iron is coming through again. Like I said, what are you really protecting? And I feel like this goes next to this Sagittarius card. You also have Misty Night. Are you sure it's answers you want? Are you sure it's answers you want? I'm going to put her over here. Actually, these two ladies look very similar. Both are like dark-skinned and have red. They're wearing red. Even their boots have like a slight heel and they're dark. You know what? If this looks like you, pile one, just take that as confirmation, because that rarely shows up where like two people look that similar and wear the same thing. But only take that if it resonates. Regardless, I do feel like this pile is meant to be you. I was not meaning for this reading to be person A and B style, but for whatever reason, for this particular pile, I feel like that's the case because you had the most. Let's see. We also have from the Audacity Deck, we have the Slice. Ooh, this is indulgence. I love this. I am going to read from the book from it just to make sure I'm reading it right. But what I'm seeing is like a pizza night, like when you order in food and watch a movie and you hang out together. Yeah, this is definitely somebody you're going to hang out with. It's definitely going to be friends, maybe a little bit more because there is commitment here. But it could also be just a ride or die kind of friend coming through. And that is trying to manifest you. The person trying to manifest you could also look like this lady here. So whichever resonates, whichever makes sense to you. We also have Octopus. Ooh, I like this. Some of you, or maybe the person calling you in, you're very busy. Like you literally have your hand in quite a lot of things. That's what these tentacles are giving me. Yeah. But you're also very multi-talented, multifaceted. Like you're both, I feel like you're calling in somebody very similar to you. You both do quite a bit and you both are very varied in the things that you do, both in your mind, in your conversation, maybe even your line of work or hobbies in general. This is somebody who does a lot, but I feel like you do too. And this is part of the reason you vibe with each other. And then, I wonder if I should cover this. I think it was already in the frame. But the card we have, this is the Lover's Oracle, and this will mainly be for those of you who are being manifested by somebody romantically. We have Sacred Union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. But I feel like that can apply to friendships too. So whoever is calling you in, let me get a stone. Where are they? Because there's some side boob there, and I don't know how much YouTube will want to flag. Whoever this person is who is manifesting you, I really love this energy. Like I said, they have a lot of conviction. They've kind of gone through a lot, whether it's in their past life, whether it's in their career, or even just in general. I feel like this person is very experienced, if not quite literally in the years that they have, than in the things they've gone through. Because I feel like you can be young and have gone through a lot. This person is definitely somebody who is very used to being put under pressure and very used to having to work hard or really give their all to anything that they have to accomplish, to anything that they've had to do. And with Iron Man here, what are you really protecting? Well, two things are coming. One, Iron Man always gives me the sense of somebody, like I said, accomplished, but also very gifted, very intelligent. They may have had a bit of a shady past because for me, for whatever reason, when I think of Iron Man, I think of the first movie where he's, selling weapons to it's been a while since I've seen that movie, but I remember just not liking Tony Stark in that movie. So because he legitimately has a shady past. So this person, I'm not saying they're shady or have a shady past, but they could definitely have a past that they are not proud of. And with what are you really protecting? This person definitely has something and somebody to protect. They could have a family, they could have little ones. They could just really be somebody who I feel whoever this person you're calling, who is manifesting you is, they have children for sure. Whether it's their own or whether it's like siblings that they look after as children, it'll all depend, but they look after little ones. It's part of the reason they have this conviction where they don't really have time to waste and they really like to sift through the people that they let into their life because of these little ones or because of their family. They don't just allow anybody into their life. So I feel like they're calling you in because they know, one, that you're a very secure person, two, and by secure I mean safe, like not secure to them, but secure in that you're very secure about yourself. At the very least, they know you won't do anything shady. They're calling in somebody who can handle children, and I feel like especially with this Pisces card, if the Pisces card is meant to reflect you, which again I really feel it is, at least to some extent, you're somebody who knows how to work with your imagination. You're really good with kids. I feel like if not good with kids, then I feel like kids are drawn to you regardless, and you treat them, the way kids want to be treated. They want to have somebody that they can have fun with, that they can play with if they need to, but also somebody who will take care of them, because children do need that guidance. And I feel like even as children, they're aware of that. They need somebody who can reach something off the high shelf, or, help them when they got a boo-boo or something. Regardless, I feel like you're good with kids, even if you don't like them. But I'm also thinking of all these weather patterns. You know how when you hang around kids, you just don't know what mood they're going to be in? I feel like you're good at taking on whatever they got to throw at you, because you understand them when they're small. Because I really do feel like whatever these kids are, they're going to be like still elementary school, like that kind of age. Whatever they have to throw at you, you're going to have to be able to handle it. So it could be a friend, especially if you yourself also have children. If you're looking for like a parent friend so that your kids can hang out, this would be a great person who is manifesting you. But it can also be, for example, if you're looking for love and this person is trying to manifest you, maybe you also have kids and you could blend your families together. But only take that if it resonates. I feel like that's a lot heavier and a more, it's a heavier decision to be made. So I feel like this could be read either or, because regardless, we have sacred union. And even though this image is very, PG-13 plus, I feel like you could still have a very close bond with this friend, with this person, to the point that you feel like you've been best friends forever, or that you could tell them anything. It's definitely more like they feel like a brother or sister here, a sibling, where you can definitely be very vulnerable with them. Sacred union can also just be that it was meant to be, that you would meet this person so that you would impact each other's lives for the better. After all, that was what I was intending to read when I was clearing the energy and selecting the cards for this reading. With Octopus, like I said, you both lead very busy lives. Maybe more so your person than you, depending on, again, whether the kid thing is a factor, or maybe one of you works a job. But there is something here about wanting to make it work, because with slice, I'm thinking of cutting a slice of pizza to save for yourself. I am going to go ahead and look this up though. By the way, this is number 22, and it's really the only number that's been popping up here, because these are not numbered. But maybe 22 is an important, either like the year 2022, or maybe somebody here is 22 years of age. It could also be, I think it's a master number. Yeah, 11, 22, and 33. It's a master number, so this person could be a master number 22, which I'm not sure what it resonates with, but I know it can also be reduced down to a 4, of Lifepath 4. So either you or your person, or maybe both of you. But slice from the Audacity book. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. Any way you slice it, you're hooked, you're besotted, you're smitten, you're completely obsessed. You are in it deep with all the toppings. Whatever it is you're fixated on has all your attention. It's stuck to you like gooey cheese, and you deserve it. So like I said, if it's a friend, it's definitely somebody that you're just like, you're fawning over them. You love everything they are. And I feel like likewise, they're going to feel the same way about you. I've had friendships like that where we just love everything about each other. And if we were oriented in any other type of way, I swear we would be together like soulmates. So it could be that kind of friendships where you just love each other, love the crap out of each other. And if it's a romantic partner, well, again, very much smitten. If it is romantic though, it will take some time for this person to come forward, because I feel like they're very apprehensive about coming toward you, especially when I take into consideration the 2 Marvel cards. Like this person is like considering it, and you're over there thinking, are they gonna make a move? What's up with them? Why are they acting weird? Like I said, it could start off as friends, and I feel like that's the smartest decision for this person to make, and maybe perhaps you as well. If not them, then I feel like you are going to want to take it slowly with the romantic option here, where you're going to want to be friends. You're going to want to get to know each other first. If they do have that family that I was talking about, you might want to get to meet their kids first before you even move on, just to see, well, one, what kind of kids they're raising, because I feel like that says a lot about a person too. What the baby mama, baby daddy situation is, should they have one. And 3, if you also have kids, how your kids would get along with them. I feel like this is going to be, regardless of what this connection is, romantic or friendship wise, it's very mature. You both have been through it. I feel like some of this conviction card actually can apply to you as well. Pile 1, you just wouldn't see yourself that way because I feel like you're more in your Pisces energy. You could also swap this because, like I said, I was not meaning for this reading to be A and B style. That's just how it came out for this particular pile. So there is something very sacred about it. And going back to this orange card, will you marry me? I will love you forever. Like I said, if it is a romantic interest, I do see them considering marriage with you. If it's a romantic option, this is definitely going to be something that is much more long-term and or serious. They would consider marriage. That's how serious it would be. Because this person doesn't just get in and out of relationships. They really have a family to consider. Like I said, if they have kids, they don't want to have to keep introducing people to them that they know are not going to stick around. You will know from the get-go who this person is because either it will be very obviously casual or very obviously them approaching you in a very serious way. Starting off as friends and maybe a few dates here and there, and then eventually them bringing up something about wanting to meet their children. And if it's a friend, I will love you forever. Yeah, this friend's going to be the kind that just loves you no matter what. Like, you're definitely going to be like siblings. You're going to be each other's best friend, especially, like I said, if you're combining children here, you're going to want to be in each other's families. It's going to feel like a marriage, but like a friend marriage. So, which I feel is really nice. It's really cute. What else is coming through? Like I was saying earlier, or as I was trying to say, this is making me think of the 10 of Cups. This rainbow here is making me think of either the 10 of Cups or the 6 of Wands. No, the 6 of Swords. That's the one that has the rainbow. But it makes me think of moving on to better things. It makes me think of emotional fulfillment and emotional well-being that you've been needing. Oh, and with the Misty Knight card here, are you sure it's answers you want? You're going to be asking each other a lot of questions when you first meet each other. And you in particular, if you are resonating with these cards over here, pile 1, you're going to be very honest. Regardless of who this person is, you're going to be very honest, but Spirit is encouraging you to do so because this person will love that about you. They're going to love your honesty. If you're blunt, they may even like that. Because I feel like if you are blunt, it's not in a rude way. It's more like, this is what I have to say. That's how I am. They're going to like that about you. So I'm not saying to be rude, but definitely be more frank, more honest, more upfront about your feelings, what you think, the kind of person you are. Mainly to this person, don't be that way to their family should you meet them. But definitely a feeling here that you're somebody who's not meant to be messed with. By the way, a lot of red is coming through. There's a lot of groundedness to this connection. I'm also wearing reddish nail polish, which I typically don't. I was just feeling like trying it on today because I got this for free. So there is something to be said there about the groundedness. This is going to be the root chakra. This is going to be your base chakra where you start everything. So there is definitely a feeling that when you get together, you're both either going to already be grounded or you're going to make it a point to be grounded. That's a school bus driving by. I didn't realize they were still out this late. So take that as confirmation of anything. You might carpool your children together if you have any. I don't know why children are coming out so strongly in this pile. But only take that if it resonates. If you don't have kids, it could be your pets, especially if you walk your dogs together. Something along those lines. Or you could have creative projects and creative endeavors that you could mesh very well. You could both work in the same line of... you could both be in the same line of work, in the same field. You could meet each other at work, but I'm not feeling that as much because this person, well, you might, because maybe this person, if you do meet at work, this person will be a little bit more ahead than you. Either they've been with the company longer or they're in a higher position of power, but I feel like they wouldn't really risk that with you unless it was like a completely different department and it was okay. But regardless, or they work for a different company altogether, but you both do the same thing. But regardless, there is a feeling here that you were meant to meet each other to grow each other. I am going to read from the book for the octopus because I did say that you're both very multifaceted, but I feel like I'm forgetting something. Because this is water energy, and that's compounded by Pisces. So we definitely have water here for the both of you. You might be water signs. All right, octopus. We have reaching, yearning, lacking boundaries and direction. The octopus signifies a wonderfully perceptive mind. paired with a lack of healthy boundaries. Unfortunately, this results in well-intended but messy relationships. The octopus entwines itself into other people's business and shares their own without restraint. They believe that's what it means to be close. If you notice after spending time with someone that you feel drained or uneasy, the essence of the octopus is at play. Begin to establish healthy boundaries and be patient and firm. It may be a very old habit to change. So I was getting a little bit of that because you're going to want to be in each other's lives so well. It is going to be important for you to set boundaries. That and or I feel like both of you have come from a past where it was difficult to set boundaries with people, or you may have had some kind of issue with that, either with other people setting boundaries with you or you setting boundaries with them. So regardless, I feel like, again, especially with all this root chakra grounded work coming through, make it a point to be very grounded and to set your boundaries. This includes the romantic partner, maybe even especially the romantic partner. If you see that they want to take it a little too fast, a little too soon, make it a point to put the brakes on it. Tell them you want to take it step by step, because you don't want to... If this is supposed to be romantic, the romantic boundaries, I feel like it can be so easy to blur those boundaries. So in the past, either you or this person, mostly you, pile one, I feel, you had a trouble setting boundaries with your partner, and this could have been seen as either you moving on with this partner too quickly, moving in together too quickly, not knowing when to take time for yourself, or allowing your partner to take time for themselves, depending on what the situation is here. So boundaries is going to be very important with a connection like this, because it can be very easy for the both of you to intermesh, because like I said, it's a sacred union. You were meant to meet this person, but just remember, your lives don't have to be completely together. You can be separate, regardless of whether it's a friendship or a romance. But I really do love this energy. For some of you, it might be both. Honestly, it could be both. But let's move on to the tarot portion. I'm using the Wild Unknown Tarot. For some reason, I channel the best with this deck, and I'm not sure why. I think it's because it's the deck that I learned how to read tarot with. Not this deck itself. I had to get a new one, but yeah. So for my lovely pile 1, I almost said pile 3. I'm not sure if you were also called to pile 3, because I haven't done that reading yet, and I'm not sure what's in it. But if you feel like going to that one as well, especially if some of this energy wasn't resonating, you can go to that. Okay, so let's get 3 cards. We have the Moon. This is how you meet. This is how your first interaction as well. Some of you could be dreaming about this person. Second card, Daughter or Page of Pentacles. And there's that rainbow coming through. This deck does have a lot of rainbows, though. I should note that. We also have the 9 of Cups. Not surprised there, because this is a wish fulfillment. So I'm going to read this 2 ways. Let's start with the romantic version. You kind of weren't sure where they stood with you, because the Moon can be subconscious feelings. It could be subconscious emotions. That which you don't really want to see, or which you have to shed a light on in order for you to notice is there. So either you were kind of ignoring their advances, or maybe you didn't really notice they were there, or you didn't notice that they were into you. It's that kind of feeling with a romantic partner. It could also be, of course, dreaming about them. Yeah, because Selena's Dreaming of You is coming through. If you ever heard that song. Maybe they dream of you. I feel like they're trying to manifest you. And when they dream of you, it almost gives them a confirmation of what's going on between the both of you. I feel like they dream about you more than you them. But I feel like it could also be mutual, depending. Your dreams will definitely be of a different caliber, though. Like the dreams you have of them will be different from the dreams they have of you. With the current energy, we have the Page of Pentacles. This is them trying to step their foot forward. This is them trying to establish something. And I feel like some of you will know who this is if this is the case. But the current energy is definitely that of somebody who wants to come forward. Because when I see this deer, I see deer when I'm driving where I live. And luckily, thankfully, I've never hit one because I would bawl my eyes out and because I'll mess up my car. But deer are so sweet and delicate, and I always think of especially this particular deer, one that's looking out for something, one that's kind of assessing their situation, their environment, to see if it's okay to step forward. This person is waiting in the wings to see when it'll be the most auspicious time for them to come forward to you. Because they definitely want this rainbow here. They want to have, you know, emotional fulfillment, which is interesting because the next card we have is the 9 of Cups. Not the 10 of Cups, but the 9 of Cups. Definitely in the future, they would at least like you to be in their life, whoever this person is. That goes for either romantic or friendship. By the way, if this is friendship with the moon, you just kind of will not expect them to be what you expected them to be. It won't be as serious. You could still have dreams about them, especially if you're like a weird dreamer like myself, when you're always having dreams about things and people and places that are already within your scope, already within your life. There's definitely a feeling here that you kind of weren't expecting them to be as cool as they are, or as you weren't expecting them to be what they are essentially, or that they thought you were also cool, or that they wanted to get to know you or wanted to be more like you. Something about reciprocated admiration is coming through. A little bit more on their part than you though, because I do feel like this person is wanting to come through. Because we have Pentacles and water, this is giving me earth and water energy. So Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, or Pisces, Scorpio, Libra. Sorry, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. I don't know why I said Libra. Maybe somebody is a Libra. I do take note of Freudian slips here. So let's go ahead and clarify these. How do I want to clarify these? Okay, yeah, let's do that. So let's go ahead and clarify with the same deck. I'm hearing to take this as your person, and the bottom ones to take this as you. Yeah, they would just like to be in your life, or at the very least give it like a chance, like a few outings together, dates if it's romantic. So to clarify the moon card, we have, okay, yeah, you're busy working. You're busy working on your bag, your finances, whatever it is you got going. You could just be busy. Pile 1. So this is part of the reason you really didn't notice them at first, or you, I don't know, you didn't have the time. Current energy, 3 of Wands. You also want something new in your life. You also are ready for something different. And I feel like you're going to take them up on this offer for sure. Because notice how the rainbow comes here. They have this rainbow and you have it in like a little... What this reminds me is of a dream catcher. So if you were to take this person as your dream, you're trying to catch it. Because I know some dream catchers look like this. They're not always round. Sometimes they're like sticks coming together. And then to clarify this 9... Well, not to clarify, but more to see your perspective on this. Ooh, Daughter of Wands. This person's going to inspire you somehow. And, okay, back of the deck energy, 8 of Wands. This is going to happen faster than you think. This is why those boundaries are so important, because it's going to be very easy for you and this person to just click and become part of each other's lives. You're probably going to meet each other's families by like the next week. Make sure you pace yourself. It's going to happen quickly. Make sure you set boundaries because it's going to happen quickly. Or at the very least, it might flow very naturally. But some of you might not be ready for this, if that makes sense, depending on your situation. Because with you, pile 1, like I said, you didn't notice them at first because you're very hard at work. You're doing your own thing. You're focusing on your bag. You're focusing on getting your stuff together. You might be in the process of moving either in or out of the area. So again, or if it's a work situation, you could be trying to climb up the ladder. You're in movement. You're in progress somehow. And you weren't able to either make the time or notice them. With the second card here, 3 of Wands, like I said, you are now ready for something exciting and new, especially with all this fire energy. I feel like some of you are definitely coming into your fire energy. So especially if you know your chart, notice if something is transiting through the 1st, 5th, or 9th house. That will explain a lot about why you're suddenly feeling very amped to go and do stuff and meet new people and do things. I feel like this will be the time when you and this person finally get together, because you're going to be in the mood to do stuff and they're going to finally want to step forward and ask, hey, do you want to hang out? Or, hey, do you want to exchange numbers? We can talk. That kind of situation. With this third card, though, Daughter of Wands. And this is the one I'm going to read 2 different ways, because if it's a friend, like I said, they inspire you. They give you energy. You guys get to go and do stuff. Like you might go check out a new restaurant that they would typically not check out with anybody else. Or you may go to like a very specific mall or shopping center when like nobody else really does that anymore, but maybe both of you are old school and you really just want to try on clothes or, you know, look at things in person so that you can actually I don't know, I feel like you and your person are going to be from that same generation or of a same time frame. Like you're going to be similar in age, so you're going to get each other on that level. There's no age gap here where you kind of have to adjust it to whatever it is that that person is used to. For example, it's not going to be millennial and Gen Z, which I feel always has to have some kind of adjustment, or even older than that, millennial, and what's the generation before that? Gen X? Regardless, there's not going to be any of that. You guys are going to be of the same generation. You understand each other. You probably watched the same things growing up. You listened to the same things growing up. You probably even wore the same things growing up. So when it comes to trends, you're not going to care about that. You're going to be like, now let's go find clothes that actually suit us and look good on us, as opposed to yeah, I feel like some of you might go shopping with this person, honestly, because that's coming through very strongly. But regardless, you guys are going to want to do things together that you typically don't do with other people. And if this is a romantic reading, if this is going to be a romance, if this is somebody that you are going to get a little spicy with, it will definitely get spicy. Like, it's going to reawaken a side of you that you haven't seen before, or you might reawaken that in them. This person will definitely see you as very attractive. Like, well, this person already finds you very attractive. But at first, it was in a very sweet and shy, innocent way. You might have very cute eyes also, because I'm noticing that this doe has like some really fierce lashes. Look at how long those are. But so they're going to go from seeing you as this sweet, beautiful, pretty little thing, or cute, or, you know, like something more innocent, more like a boy next door or a girl next door kind of situation, to something a little bit more, I'm hearing risque or spicy. Maybe when you go on a date, you decide to dress like really, really hot, or like really get, you know, yeah, you just decide to dress up really nice, and then they start seeing you in a different way. And quite honestly, that will be a wish fulfillment for them. Like, whatever it is that you dress up as, whatever it is that you look like outside of this previous environment, because I feel like it could either be work or school, not the gym. The gym, I feel like, would be a little, this would have already come out if it was a gym. But whatever the situation is, they never really see you in whatever it is that they get to see you outside of this. And once they see that, they're going to be very much into it. Very much into it. That's only if it's romantic, of course. So take any of this how it resonates. I feel like either way you flip it, it's a good situation. If it's both somehow, I feel like you're going to be very lucky as well, because you get both a friend and a lover. Not with the same, well, maybe with the same person. But I'm saying, like, you're calling in two different people. And maybe this is why you had the most cards out of any pile one. Because you might be, maybe many people are trying to manifest you. I feel like you're becoming a hot commodity. Something about you is just very appealing to several people. And yeah, a lot of people are trying to manifest you. So let's go ahead with your advice cards. We're going to have the wisdom of Hafiz. I'm going to get one card from this pile. Or, yeah. Keep the faith, number 26, with this elephant. Several things about this. Elephant makes me think of Taurus energy. So I was talking about earth energy in the tarot. I feel like this is just confirmation of that. You could both be into elephants somehow, or an elephant could be an important symbol for you. But also keep the faith. I feel like some of you may have had disappointment with past connections, even friendships. So either friendships or romantic relationships. I feel like you've had some sort of disappointment. Maybe some of you are still a little bit heartbroken from whatever it is that you've let go. But with this little butterfly here, there is a transformation with this person, even if it's just on the few outings that you have together or with some conversation you have. There's definitely a feeling here that you and this person will, it's a sacred union for a reason. They're going to allow you to have faith in the future, in people, in others, and what they can do. There's definitely a feeling here that you're going to have a lot of fun, but it's also going to be very transformative and very, I don't know why I want to say serious, but it might be serious as well. Not that the relationship itself will be serious. You're going to have a lot of fun, but the way they commit to you, the way that they decide to, you know, be a friend to you is going to be very serious. They're going to be there through thick and thin. And then some tea leaves. I was going to keep this reading so simple. I was like, just 3 piles, just a few cards. But then I started setting up and suddenly Spirit was like, get this deck, get this deck, get this deck. That happens sometimes. So I feel like similarly, maybe you and this person were just meaning to be casual, either as friends or lovers. Again, you were just wanting to be casual, but then you realize you have so much in common and you get along so well and you have so much fun together that you really Like I said, you intermesh into each other's lives. Again, set those boundaries. Set the boundaries. So we have Wheel. Indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. It's also giving me the Wheel of Fortune card, like you were meant to meet. But with the ramble aimlessly and indecisiveness, again, set up boundaries. I'm not surprised something like that came up here. We have Money Path. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. This person could help you advance in your career, or as you meet this person, you may advance in your career. You may come into more money. Maybe you meet them through this, like that's part of the reason you're able to meet is because you both are of the same financial standing now, and you came from something similar as well. We have Scales. Keep your life in balance. Something about balance and indecisiveness. This is definitely giving me Libra energy, and that did slip in one of the things I was saying earlier. So look out for Libras, or be like Libra, keep things in balance and keep the indecisiveness to a minimum. I love you, Libras. I love you so much, but you guys can be indecisive and that drives me crazy. So keep it to a minimum or find a better way of making decisions. We also have Hat. You will be playing a different role. Yeah, I feel like some of you might have a bit of a personality change here. Especially with this friend, they might bring out things in you, again, that you didn't realize you had within you. And if it's a romantic partner, they're going to put you in an energy you are much more comfortable with. We have Hand, in need of help, assistance, and guidance. They're definitely, like I said, they're going to be there to lend a hand to help you out should you need it. And Jug, lighthearted, carefree time. Oh, I love this. Yeah, you guys are just going to have so much fun regardless of what's going on here. Back of the deck energy. Basket, recognition, reward for merit. Yeah, you guys are just going to have so much fun. This is all very abundant energy as well. The hand they could be lending you with could have something to do with food or drink. So maybe they might spot you on several like dinners or meals, especially if it's that romantic. If this is like going on a date with a romantic partner, or they might just decide to pay everything for you. But if it's a friend, even then, I feel like they won't mind spotting you here and there. This is going to be a friend who doesn't mind because they probably have a lot more money than they let on, quite honestly. But regardless, this is where I leave you, my beautiful pile one. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If any of this resonated, or if you want to claim it, please do so down in the comments. And if you feel like doing so, like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you in the next reading. Take care. Hello there, pile two. If you chose the peony and this lovely black tourmaline, then we have your reading here for you about who is trying to manifest you. So we're going to go ahead and start with your oracles, and this is going to give us a glimpse into who this person is and what they might want to do with you, what purpose they serve, and then we're going to get into the tarot, do it past, present, future style, and then clarify that with your version of stuff. But let's start with the cards you chose. We have Peony, Bashfulness, where do I see? In traditional Chinese medicine, peony roots are used to treat a variety of ailments from blood disorders to worms, and their meaning is tied to good health as well as beauty and wealth. In Victorian Britain, however, peonies became associated with poor luck, shame, and bashfulness owing to their treatment in mythology. It was said that Aphrodite turned a nymph called Peonia into a flower after she drew Apollo's attention away from her. Despite the fraught history, today they are used in wedding arrangements to signify happy marriage and compassion. So quite a few things are going on with this person. The bashfulness is coming through for sure. This person is probably going to be very shy to approach you. You might approach them first, quite honestly, but they are definitely trying to manifest you into their life. They might have an ex that is lingering around them though, especially with Aphrodite. Anytime she shows up, I'm like, is this a third party situation? And yeah, there's definitely a third party situation, but the extent of which to that person will be, we'll see as we get into the rest of the oracles. But let's go ahead and look at the rest of your cards. We have Aries Spirit, Beginnings. Strike iron and flint to make fire. Go for it. The spark of fire is your life force. It lives within you. All you must do is claim it, say yes to a new direction, and trust that you have the energy to make a fresh start. So yeah, this is definitely somebody new. Even if you have already had this person in your life, they want a new type of connection with you. For most of you, this will be a romantic reading. Quite honestly, the previous pile could be either or, but this one is definitely feeling more romantic than not. We also have Black Widow. Look twice, leap once. This person had considered you before. Like I said, new beginnings, but maybe not a new person. You're definitely seeing this person in a new light. Also, I like how Black Widow kind of goes with this because it's lots of black and red. And Aries is known for those two colors as well. Those are two colors that suit Aries very well, black and red. So they might be an Aries. You could be an Aries. There's definitely a feeling here, though, that you might come forth more strongly than they are, despite them being an Aries, if that makes sense. Because they're going to like that boldness about you. We also have from the Audacity deck, the Sun. Ooh, I like this. You guys are going to have a lot of fun together. Number 25 is coming through here. So maybe either or of you could be 25 or the both. You had the most animal spirit cards out of any pile. And yeah, I'm going to save these for last. I'm going to go on to the Lover's Oracle card that you were given, which is this one, which is some lady sleeping. If you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind. For the heart is the gateway to the soul. This is going to be a heart-led connection. So even if in the back of your mind, you and this person don't seem like you would get along, or it might not be the best time or opportunity for you to get together, there's going to be something about this connection that doesn't feel like it'll make sense, but your hearts will draw you to each other somehow. Divine timing is at play here for sure, because like I said, this is going to be somebody you might already know, but they want a new connection with you. I'm not saying it's not an ex. It's definitely not an ex. It's somebody that things never quite got off the ground, or you may have been friends with them first, but now they want something more. Or you may have considered them, but maybe, and for some of you, it might have been a while since you've seen this person. Maybe they were very different the last time you saw them. So it may have been a year or so, a few years since you last saw them. Now let's get your animal spirit cards. We have wolf, that goes with Black Widow, crocodile, and elephant. With wolf, I am getting that this person might be a bit of a lone wolf. That's part of the reason they have that bashfulness here. They don't really have a lot of friends, or they may not be very... Yeah, that's part of the reason they're stuck on this ex. Now I feel like sitting down because there's some tea being spilled. So this ex may have been a person they could have been either in a very long relationship with or a very serious connection with. Regardless, they keep this ex around as a friend. So they're not still doing anything with this person, believe it or not. This person, especially if it's like a baby mama or baby daddy, they might just have this person around for very practical reasons. But regardless, I feel like this person keeps tabs on them to see whether they're in a connection or not, or whether, you know, they moved on, or anytime something arises, this person keeps tabs on them. Quite honestly, it's kind of annoying. They might say that it's out of the goodness of their heart because they want to make sure that this person gets with somebody that they deserve. Honestly, I think this ex is a little bit more meddling than they should be. And hopefully this person puts up really good boundaries, because with look twice, leap once, this person has definitely considered you before, has definitely thought about it, but maybe they never came forward, either because of the ex situation or other things influencing their life, whatever that may have been. It could have been work. It could have been trying to get a good situation going within their life. And honestly, I feel like it could be money, health, or anything else. But with wolf, I'm definitely getting a very lone wolf kind of energy, but also very social. Like they can be either or. So when they are social, it's very rare and it's very noticeable. Like they may not have a lot of friends, so whenever you see them with a friend, it's very noticeable that, oh, I guess they do talk to that person, or they talk to this person. Something about this person's independence is very interesting, because I feel like this person chooses their people very carefully. That's the biggest thing about the Black Widow card. They choose their people, they choose everything very carefully. They give everything a second thought, because they have to, because they've been hurt before, because they understand that if they don't, they might make a dumb decision. This person is very in their head. Like they do not care for drama, which is odd because they have an ex situation here. They do not care for drama, but like if any chance that they can avoid it, they will. With the crocodile, this person is somebody who is very... You know what I'm getting? And this is very odd. There's a reason there's 3 cards here. So you're meant to be the elephant. Their ex is meant to be the crocodile. They are the wolf. And look how this crocodile is like staring at this wolf. Like their ex has an eye on them. The ex is somebody who is a combination of earth and water here. So they're really good at at diving deep when they need to, but they typically don't look like they will. Because if you've ever seen an alligator or crocodile, same thing to me, they don't really look like they would be aquatic creatures until you see them there. They're also very hard to spot. If you've ever seen them in a swamp, and I say this from personal experience, they can be very hard to spot unless you know exactly what you're looking for. They might look like a tree trunk or like a piece of floating wood, essentially. So the X might be hard to spot at first, or you may not even know, because once you come into their life, and I feel like you're going to be quite a presence in this person's life, they're going to spot you right away. But do take notice, you're a much bigger animal than the crocodile. I feel like you could easily stomp this crocodile. And the childlike part of me kind of wants to see that fight play out. But that's pretty awful. I'm sorry. But you know when you're a kid, you're like, oh, who would win, the elephant or a crocodile? It's that kind of energy. So if you have multiple eyes on you, like if people are watching this X versus you, they might wonder who would win in a fight. Or who would win you over. Because, yeah, there's definitely a feeling here of you're both coming after this person because they look like they're sitting pretty and all alone. But I don't know. Something about this X situation, we just got to send that to the light, don't we? With beginning, strike an iron flint to make fire. You and this person are going to get on very quickly. Very quickly. Like, you're going to get on very well. I feel like you might already get on very well. But there's going to be a feeling that, like I said, this beginning was a little stifled or lacking, or it just couldn't get off the ground for whatever reason. Like the chemistry was there, the sparks were there, but neither of you moved forward with it for whatever reason. Practical reasons, I feel. So because you're this elephant here, pile 2, I am getting Taurus energy, I'm getting Earth energy, in general, so Virgo and Capricorn could also be the case, but I'm also getting that you're very psychically attuned with this third eye here. I'm not quite sure what this is supposed to mean. I will look into the book for it, but also notice there is a fire here, down here at the elephant's trunk. This is that spark. Like I said, you might be the one approaching this person. In fact, both of these cards, they're not meant to be fire cards, but because this looks like a fire in the back and this looks like this is a little flame. Sparks fly between you two. We just have to get this wet, dusty crocodile out of the way. These are going to be X cards coming through. I wasn't intending any of these cards to be a certain thing. Sometimes that's just how they pop up as I start to read them. But you and this person are definitely both very independent. You have an independent streak. But you can also be very social when you want to. I feel like you, pile 2, because you do identify with the elephant, or at least that's how you're coming through in this particular oracle spread. I feel like you care more about family, you care more about dynasties, I'm hearing, your heritage, your background, where you come from, the wealth you build as well. You care about tradition. So especially for those of you who are very spiritual, you might have certain rituals that you do, you might have certain traditions that you follow. You could have had your gift passed down from your family, because I'm thinking of elephant graveyards where they know where to go when it's time for them to pass on to the next life. So it doesn't have to be that serious, but there's definitely a feeling here that you know you have a divine purpose that you have been set out to do. And this person coming in, I'm not saying that they're not spiritual, but they very much have their own agenda, and they kind of just want to live through life in a very carefree kind of way. They kind of want to they want to go where the wind takes them, essentially. With the sun, though, you both get along very well. Like, very well. This is not so much the sun from the tarot, which is confidence, so you can both be very confident. And I feel like this person definitely will gain confidence the more they get to know you. It's more like there's a childlike wonder here. I'm going to go ahead and read from the book just to make sure that I'm reading it accurately. The sun, the source of all life, the generator, the father, the marker of a new day. The sun comes into our lives to nurture, grow, warm, and signal a new day. But as integral as the sun is to our life as we know it, the sun can also burn. It's time to turn the page, start a new chapter, and not dwell on the past. Tomorrow is another day. Yeah, like I said, they want a new beginning with you. I feel like in the past, things may have not worked out, or the sun maybe didn't come out completely. In fact, as I'm recording this, it's a very gloomy, rainy, overcast day. So I feel like you're both waiting for the sun to come out for the both of you. There's a saying, I think the sun shines for everybody. That could be in Spanish, so I might be channeling something different. But yeah, in fact, Shakira has a song called Sale el Sol, the sun comes out. And I think she said that in that song. But regardless, there is a feeling here that you are both waiting for your time to shine. And the time will probably be soon. Lots of solar plexus energy, especially with this card. I'm going to read it again because I already forgot. If you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart and not your mind. For the heart is the gateway to the soul. You're going to be drawn to each other in a very heart-centered way. Like, it's going to be a pull, a magnetic pull for the both of you. And I feel like this person is going to be around regardless of this ex, or you're going to approach them regardless of whatever the situation is. Because whoever this person is, they're really not giving this person enough space, or maybe they have a hard time letting go. And you're going to have to be that person that comes in that says, okay, time to let this person go. You could be helping them release this person. But there's definitely a feeling here that you are both meant to do, well, one, have fun together. The fun is definitely coming through. But also, something about inner child energy is coming through, where you could be fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or this whole relationship could just feel like a fire sign. Like, maybe typically when you're together, you're very serious, you're very alone, or you don't really do much, but you get together and you're both vivacious, you're both having a lot of fun, people enjoy watching you. There's something about you two that is very magnetic, both to each other, like you're both drawn to each other, and people will be drawn to you as a couple, as a connection, which is very interesting. It makes me think of course, Black Widow here. Very loner type, very aloof, just kind of does her own thing, but she's very beautiful and people are very drawn to her. Same thing with you as a unit. I'm going to read from the book, and actually the way this deck identifies the elephant is as a fire animal, which is very interesting. I would have considered it an earth animal. So elephant, unstoppable, auspicious, and wise. The elephant is arguably the most auspicious figure in the deck. Like Ganesh, the elephant represents immense wisdom as well as good fortune. It is said that the great elephant is a destroyer of obstacles. So if this card appears when you feel stuck, rest assured the path will soon become clear. To add to the mystery, the elephant is also known to create obstacles in order to steer us in the right direction. Trust this gentle, noble creature. It illuminates the way with the light of self-knowledge. I love this, because if this ex that they have a hard time releasing is an obstacle, you're going to clear that for them. In one way, shape, or form, you're going to clear that for them. Some of you could do like some kind of energy work where you literally cut the cords of this person to this person. So you might be cutting cords for them. You could be sending them away. You could be sending good light and making sure that they like just stay out of your business. I love that for you. Well, I love that for your person more than anything, because I feel like this person couldn't come through, which is interesting now that I was reading the elephant in my own way, and then the book said something else, because the Animal Spirit Guidebook does tend to lean more towards Hindu mythology than any of the other mythologies. But I am also going to read the wolf now to see if I am missing anything from this person. Wolf, guardian of the family and tribe, activism and ritual. The wolf's mission is to uphold the well-being and longevity of the pack. Healthy wolf energy expresses itself through activism, mentorship, humanitarian efforts, or teaching, religious or political studies. The wolf gets into trouble when it assumes every member of the tribe must follow suit. This includes children walking in their parents' footsteps. Although it will surely be uncomfortable at first, practicing tolerance helps balance out agitated wolf energy. Contemplate the following: embrace all, exclude none. So I guess, honestly, a lot of what I read for the elephant initially about family also applies to the wolf. So the wolf person will also be very family orientated, but they're going to be more in a very traditional or maybe even patriarchal sense of the word, family orientated. So there's going to be they're going to shift perspective because of you, Pile, too. Quite honestly, especially if, like I said, they're very traditional, or maybe they're very patriarchy based, whatever the case may be. It doesn't even have to be that. It could be matriarchy, but like a negative side of the matriarchy. There's something about their background that they probably never noticed or never thought to think of in a different way until you came along, because you are wisdom here. Regardless, I feel like you both are going to expand each other's minds. You're both going to know this is right because it will feel right in your heart. Yeah, I kind of like this connection. It's a lot deeper than you thought it would be, because yes, there is attraction here. Anytime Black Widow comes through, there's beauty here. Anytime there's Aries, again, there's sparks flying here. And there's sparks flying between the both of you. In fact, you could be the fire. If you're the elephant, you have this fire, you're going to light them up. Maybe even literally if you do light work or anything to that extent. But let's move on to the tarot to see... how else this connection will play out. It's quite interesting. I was not intending for this reading to have person A and B. I was thinking about it, but I'm like, no, let's keep it simple. But every pile so far has had something to that extent where the cards are definitely for certain key players within this connection. So, for my lovely pile 2, we have your meeting, wish fulfillment. When you first get together, you're honestly gonna feel very comfortable with each other. In fact, I feel like this person saw you and you're like, wow, this person is everything I want in a person, in a lover, in a friend, in a whatever. You're going to have a good feeling about each other. You're going to connect right away. But this is past energy / first meeting. It couldn't happen right away. So let's go ahead and go to the present and see what's at play right now. Ooh, death. They are going through a transformation. I am intending these cards to be more them than you. You're going to come down here and be the clarifier, quote, quote. But they could either be a Scorpio, especially with all this water energy, or they could just be going through a very big shift, a big transformation. This death will definitely have something to do with that past relationship and or that ex. They might still be going through it. Honestly, a transformation can last a while. And then for future energy, what they would like to see happen with you, the Wheel of Fortune. They see you as fate somehow. They know they were destined to meet you. They know they were destined to be with you, maybe even from the get-go. Like I said, there was something in the way of you two getting together. It could have been that past connection. It could have been apprehensions. It could have been them not fully being in their power. Regardless, they know they were fated to meet you. Because we have 9, 10. So instead of the 10 of Cups, it's the Wheel of Fortune here. All right, and then we're going to get you, pile 2. My lovely little elephants. So, meeting. Oh, you felt that too. Wow. Okay, so you both felt that you had a connection there. You definitely at least felt that you had a friend. You were a wish fulfillment for them, and you liked them right away. But there was something in the way. Let's get the present energy for you. 4 of Wands. So you're in an energy now where you feel you can go forth. I love this. This is you finally finding that fire within you to celebrate and to go out and have fun. Especially if in the past you were too busy with other things, or maybe you yourself were also in another connection. I'm not seeing that as strongly for you, but you're in a much more lively space. You're going to want to get out and do more. Let's get clarification for the Wheel of Fortune. Son of Swords. Like I said, you're going to be the one approaching this person. You might be the one reaching out. You might be the one starting a conversation, telling them something. Back of the deck energy. Oh, okay. 10 of Swords. Very interesting. Very interesting. What this lets me know is that both of you have been feeling hopeless about your current situation and or the fact that you two would ever get together, if that makes sense. Believe it or not, I'm not sure if you're aware of each other's feelings for one another. Some of you might not. But regardless, it feels like for a while you were getting nowhere with this person, or you were both at rock bottom. You could have had some kind of falling out or some kind of barrier there that meant that you would never see this person or never be with this person. Even if it was just you and yourself, pile 2, you may have just accepted whatever. This person is never going to move on from that situation. Let me just let this go, even though I really like this person. That's what this is giving me. And honestly, some of you might still carry this energy with you. So if it's something you need to clear, by all means clear, because underneath that, what do we have? Ooh, the 3 of Cups. This is you having a good time as friends. Because you're going to start off as friends. You're going to take it slowly. What's underneath that? Ooh, the Emperor. The Emperor and the Empress. Oh yeah, this is definitely meant to be somehow. You're meant to at least go on a few dates, let's put it that way. Because when you first met, you liked everything about each other. You got on right away. You had fun. Your conversation was stimulating. The emotional connection was really there. I get the feeling that both of you knew that you understood each other on some level. And I feel like it was very odd. It's one of those things where, like, maybe this will resonate with for some of you, or maybe even your person, but when you saw this person, you knew they were going to be of importance to you. Or you may have had like a past life recollection, what's it called? Soul recognition, where you see each other and it's like, I know them from somewhere. They're very familiar to me. who is this person, even though you know you just met them, or you knew it couldn't be somebody else. Because like I said, there's just something that definitely stood out to you about this person. And then you got to talking and things went a lot better than you thought they would. Honestly, I feel like for them it was a dream come true. Like they weren't realizing. Honestly, what I'm seeing from your person is that they thought you were very attractive, but they thought, oh, well, they would never be into me, or wow, this person is so good looking. I bet you they're like on the inside, they're nowhere near as good looking. But then they talk to you and it's like, oh, wow, this person is good looks and a good brain and a good conversationalist, and they're nice. You know, they were everything they were not expecting, but everything that they would like in a person. And then with you, you just felt the emotional connection right away. I feel like you felt the reciprocity. You felt that, wow, I have a new friend, I have somebody new I can speak with. There's definitely a feeling here that should I want to pursue this romantically, it could go well. Because like I said, pile 2, you're very intuitive, you're very divinely guided. Current energy, this person is still going through a transformation, and it's a long one at that. I feel like they've been going through this transformation either since that first meeting or maybe shortly after. Not sure why that's the case, but there's a feeling that they're looking back on their past and reassessing everything that they've had to go through. I'm not sure when they met this ex, if it was during, when they met you, if it was during the connection to their ex or shortly after or before. But this person was not in their life when you met. Okay. There's a high chance this person was not in their life when you met them. So they chose somebody else. Not that you were really an option. I felt like you were also doing something else as well, because you're not going to choose somebody on your first meeting or first few meetings. But somebody else came along and kind of like distracted them from their path, because I feel like you could have been a really good contender for them. And because of that, they've had to go through a transformation. Quite honestly, this ex is something they had to go through so that they could develop their character, so that they could understand what it is that they want or don't want. So they're still going through that transformation. You, on the other hand, you're glowing, you're vibing, you are creating good things in your life. Not saying that everything is easy for you, pile 2, but you are definitely looking at the brighter side of things. The 4 of Wands is a celebration. It could actually be a wedding card, but that's clearly not what's going on right now. Unless, of course, you are both going to the same wedding or something along those lines. That could be where you decide to rekindle whatever you had going on that never got off the ground. Yeah, but going forward into the future, they know you're meant to be in their life somehow. They're going to make it a point to keep manifesting you. In fact, yeah, I keep forgetting what this reading is. This is them manifesting you. They have either already manifested you or they will continue to manifest you into their life, because like I said, there's something about you that is a wish fulfillment for them. And you are actually going to make the first move. You're either going to say something, you're going to start that conversation, you're going to ask them out maybe, even if it's just to hang out, because like I said, we have to cut through all this 10 of Swords energy to get into this 3 of Cups energy. I feel like you might decide to hang out as friends or maybe with friends. There might be people with you when you decide to hang out, but you're definitely feeling this out somehow. Another way I'm being told to read this 3 of Cups, you have to cut that third party situation out, because they're ready to move on from them. They are ready, but they keep getting reeled in. And I feel like you coming in, especially with this sword, to cut that crap out is going to help. It's going to be mostly on an energetic level. I don't feel like you're going to confront anybody, though I'm sure people would find it very funny if you did, because whoever this ex is, they're very shady. They lay low. I feel like they stalk online a lot. Like they'll try to look up people's social media accounts and see what's going on. Definitely they're your person, their ex, but maybe also you once they find out about you. Yeah, this person is just, they want to keep this person as an option, and this person doesn't want to continue being an option. That's unfortunate. But with the Wheel of Fortune, like I said, you two were meant to meet. You two were meant to be together in some way, shape, or form. I'm not getting a sense of permanence here or even like a time frame. So it could be for a short time. It could be for a long time. Maybe the advice cards will say something to that extent. But going forward, if it's meant to happen, you will be the one who reaches out. But this person manifested that you would reach out to them. And mostly because they like you, they really do, but also on a more subconscious and spiritual level, so they could finally cut this person out of their life. They're not aware that that's what you're going to do. They have no idea, but you will do that. All right, let's get some advice cards from the wisdom of Hafiz or Hafiz. I'm hearing 2 for you. We have create silence, number 39. You're going to have to keep this relationship under wraps for a while. You're going to have to be quiet about it. Again, especially because of that person, they will try to create a stink somehow. And then invite peace, number 29. Ooh, we have 39 and 29. There might be an age gap here, but I could also see 10 years being something important, or 10 months, or 10 months or years, depending on your situation. You may have not seen this person in 10 years or 10 months. And yeah, create silence and invite peace. You are both going to have to make it a point to be very peaceful when it comes with your when it comes to your relationship, to really block out a lot of the drama, ward it off, because it will come for you. This person, or maybe even the people that are drawn to you, because like I said, you two are magnets to each other, and somehow you are also a magnet for other people while you are together. I'm gonna have to make it a point to create silence, not literally, but definitely on social media and or your phones, depending on the situation, and invite peace. Like, only allow people in if you know they're not going to create a stink, if you know they're not going to create any drama. And even within yourself, you're going to have to learn to accept peace, because that's one of the few ways that this relationship will be able to thrive. And then we're going to get some tea leaf cards. For my lovely pile 2, we have harp, great happiness. Yeah, I feel like you both make each other very happy. We also have wreath, sorrow over a loss. 2 things. This loss could be that person. They might still be grieving that person when they're with you. Or it could be an actual loss. Maybe somebody goes through a family death or something to that extent, and you might be there for them. This could be how you meet their family. And I feel like it's going to be very sobering, because like I said, you have a very spiritual essence about you, pile 2. Some of you might be mediums. That's another card. We have November. November could be an important month. Somebody could have been born in November as well. Dolphin, financial gain. Financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. Some of you are going to see good returns on your investments. Scales, keep your life in balance. Yeah, you're going to have to make it a point to keep this relationship very balanced, or at the very least keep yourself balanced, pile 2. Make sure that you are setting boundaries and having time to yourself. And basket, recognition, reward for merit. I love that good stuff is coming to you because of this person. It could be in November, either because of this person or through this person. Back of the deck energy, February. So November to February could be an important time for you. Basically all of winter. But yeah, this is where I leave you, my beautiful pile 2. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If any of this resonated, or if you would like to claim it, please do so in the comments below. And if you feel like doing so, you can like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you in the next reading. Take care. Hello there, pile 3. If you chose this lovely dragonstone and the foxglove, waxflower, the waxflower card, then we have your reading here for you about who is trying to manifest you into their life. So we're going to start with the oracles to see who this is. I have Usher's You Remind Me of a Girl That I Once Knew coming through. So I'm not saying this might be somebody from your past, but you're definitely going to remind them of somebody they used to know. And now that song is also coming through by Got You, somebody I used to know. So regardless, let's start with the cards you chose. We have Waxflower with Endurance. The meanings of waxflower reflect their resilience and longevity. They are associated with overcoming difficult situations, lasting wealth, and continued success. Waxflower is often used in wedding ceremonies, specifically in the bridal bouquet, as well as happiness and enduring love. These tiny flowers are said to represent assertiveness and independence, making them an even more fitting choice for a bride. I really do love that, and they're very beautiful flowers. There's definitely something very long-lasting about this connection. Or if you wanted to take this a little bit 18 plus, you could see that as endurance. So yeah, I get for most of you this is going to be romantic. So if you weren't feeling anything romantic, or if you're not here for a romantic reading, the only pile that would really suit you would be pile 1. So I urge you to go to that one because that one could be either or. But let's look at the rest of your oracles before you do that. We have Cancer emotion, appreciation, or sadness. A love letter to yourself. You may have found yourself filled with gratitude recently. This is a rich and fulfilling time. But if instead you have been yearning to ease some somber feelings, consider that giving thanks can make you happier. Experiment by writing a thank you note to yourself. So yeah, I really do love this attitude of gratitude coming through. We have Aunt May, home is never too far away. Somebody is homesick. We also have the Hermit. Let's put this over here. We have Lion, Leo energy coming through, and some very spicy cards coming through. Where are my... Okay, let's just do this. We have Passion, a magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. And this card, Playfulness, laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together and remember love is the greatest healer. So with home is never too far away, you're going to remind them of their hometown or of where they are from. Or you could come from the same culture. Because I'm seeing somebody being homesick for like a type of person or a type of energy that people from where they are from carry. So, for example, I have to use this very specific thing because I was channeling it the other night, believe it or not. Let's say this person is from somewhere like Louisiana or New Orleans or somewhere like that, and they're really yearning for home. And if you've ever been there, you know there's no place in the world like New Orleans. It's like even there's just nowhere in the world like that place. This person could be yearning for somebody particularly romantic who is also from that place or similar enough. And they're looking for somebody who has something in common with them because they want to go back home and enjoy all these things with them, if that makes any sense. This could be somebody who is only in town or in your area for a very small amount of time, for a temporary amount of time. Because the Hermit energy lets me know that they're kind of withdrawn right now. Like, even though they may typically be somebody who is more like this Lion character, a little bit more outgoing, a little bit more prideful, they are in this energy of like sorrow or sadness or like nostalgia, really. Home is never too far away, but it feels far away. They're a little bit sad here with this Cancer energy. They might have Cancer in their chart, or because I'm hearing a Cancer moon, so they might be a Cancer moon. They could also just be an actual Cancer. But regardless, there is a feeling here, especially with endurance, that they're willing to wait this out, whatever it is that they have to do, because it's their job. I feel like they're really in town for a job or a project or something along those lines. They would not be there otherwise because something about that area just does not resonate with them. I am going to read from the book for Lion because I am getting very obviously Leo energy. Somebody could be on the Cancer Leo cusp, which would be sometime in July. Yeah, July. So July could be of importance here. But for my lovely little Lion, whoever this person is, yes, they're very proud, and yes, they probably have really good hair. They're probably very good looking too, not gonna lie. So whoever this person is, they're a character, but right now that character is being dampened by this sense of nostalgia or lacking, and it's gonna feel like a homesickness to them. Sorry, I'm having trouble finding the passage for Lion here in the book. This is from the Animal Spirit guidebook, by the way. So we have Patient, Regal, a Complete Master. I do love that Patience came through because, like I said, they're in this Patient Hermit energy. The Lion is a master of the fire element and the living mascot of self-transformation. A Lion personality dedicates their life to personal and spiritual growth. This dedication inspires some and intimidates others. Therefore, the Lion is respected by all, but known intimately by few. Some mistake the Lion as hard to access or aloof, yet those with a keener eye know better. Lions are observant, stealth, and precise in their words and actions. They do not waste energy or resources. This card reminds us that self-mastery is available to all, no matter where our guest begins. So yeah, gaze, sorry. I don't know why I said gays. Maybe some of you are gay. But guest was standing out. So they could be a guest where they are. Patience, again, is coming through. This person is waiting for something. I think they're waiting for their time wherever they are to be over so they can go back home. So I'm wondering how you fit into all of this. I think they're manifesting. Well, maybe they're mastering their manifesting. This person is not very aware of their thoughts. So if they are manifesting, they're not aware of it, because I keep seeing my mind wanting to go elsewhere. They might be indulging in substances to help them forget certain things, specifically one that alters the mind a little bit more. Doesn't necessarily have to be, but there's a feeling that they're not quite, even though they typically are. They're typically somebody who is very fierce, very on point. The Lion card just seems very out of place with all of these, the Hermit and the sadness and the, like, it just seems out of place. This person feels out of place wherever it is that they are, because they're stifled by the environment around them. They're not feeling wherever it is that they are. They're truly very passionate and very playful. So they're manifesting you to bring this back out in them. They're manifesting you to let them know who they are, to remind them of who they are, because quite honestly, whatever it is that they're doing or whatever environment they are currently surrounding themselves with, it's messing with their head, it's messing with their self-esteem. It's actually kind of making them forget who they actually are. It could be lowering their vibration. It could be making them forget again a lot of who they truly are, because I keep seeing two scenes, one from the Lion King of all things, when Mufasa comes to Simba and he's like, remember who you are. And then from Black Panther, which was heavily inspired by the Lion King, where I think it was his mom. It was T'Challa. It was the guy's mom saying, remember who you are, whenever he was fighting somebody. It's been a while since I've seen Black Panther, which is ridiculous because I love that movie. I need to watch it again. But yeah, remember who you are. This person is forgetting who they are somehow, and it's really weird. This person is not where they typically are. Like I said, they're in hermit mode right now. They could be going through a transformation. They could have been coming out of some situation that made them happier. For some of them, it might be a breakup, but I'm not feeling that as much. Honestly, I'm just seeing them be in an environment that they don't like, or that is not very them. At least not anymore. They could have outgrown their environment. Home is never too far away. They could be missing their family. They could be missing their friends. They are not surrounded by people that they love. So they're calling you in to help with their endurance, to help them get through this situation. Some of you might be friends. I was saying this is leaning more romantic because of the passion here. This could be somebody that you decide to have like a casual thing with. They might be calling in somebody casual. What they don't realize though is they're calling in somebody who could be way more serious than just a casual thing, because I feel like you might get on together very quickly, very fast. But then as they get to know you, they realize that you two have a lot in common. You remind them of the people back home. Like I said, you could have similar cultures. You could have a similar background. You could even be from the same place. But even if you're not, you're going to remind them a lot of the things from back home. So you could have cultures that are very similar. For example, maybe you both have cultures tied to certain countries in Africa. And even though they're not the same countries, one of you could be, for example, Kenyan, one of you could be Nigerian. There is something in common there where you're both from that same continent and you're in a very completely different place. So you're yearning for home and you find something very similar within each other. And that's what makes them like you. I know this because I'm Hispanic and I get the same thing. I meet people from like other Hispanic countries and there's a click there, there's a vibe there. So it's similar to that. I just said Africa because I was thinking of the Lion King and lions, and of course they're awesome. So, but regardless, you remind them of something back home. There's going to be passion here for sure. You're actually going to be quite compatible when it comes to the physicality. When it comes to playfulness though, also lots of banter, lots of laughter, lots of good fun times, which honestly they've been needing anyway. I'm not to sound bad here. This is going to sound bad, but this person may have just accepted to hang out with you because they were kind of desperate to go out, but then they strike gold with you because they find something that they've been wanting for a while, or something that they didn't realize they've been wanting until you came along. And it's like they suddenly woke up, or they suddenly started drying their tears and they didn't even realize that they were crying. It's like, oh wow, You remind me of back home. You remind me of the women or men from where I'm from. And yeah, it's quite beautiful, honestly, that they didn't realize that they could have something like you, even if it's just for a short time. Like I said, there is a feeling of temporariness to either what they're going through, this situation, or the reason that they are where they are. I am going to read the Hermit from the Audacity deck because it's not meant to be taken exactly as the tarot deck. So we have our interpretation of the Hermit, number 19. Oh, this is influenced by COVID. A touched out mother who is isolated by no fault of her own, simultaneously craving human connection and rest. Yes, this person is craving both rest from their job or whatever it is, that this front that they have to put up. They're craving rest from that, as well as connection with other people. Because if you look closely, she's got a phone all the way up here, and meanwhile her child here, which you could interpret this as their responsibility to their job, is holding them down and making them have to look downwards when they really just want to connect with somebody. Maybe part of the reason they couldn't find somebody was because their job was so demanding. Your message: you've been in a constant fight or flight, introvert extrovert cycle for a while now. You want friends but love being alone. You are overwhelmed but bored simultaneously. You crave understanding yet everyone annoys you. How can you do little things to achieve more of a sense of balance? Take baby steps. So yeah, I feel like they have been fighting themselves whether they should go out or not, whether they should try to make any connections in this temporary space they are in. So when you come along, and I'm going to have to see how exactly it is that you come along, because I see you as these two cards down here, but I'm not sure how you're able to get into all of this. Because it seems very, very separate. Yeah. Also notice that the faces of everybody in these cards, they're not looking forward. They're looking off to the side, down at their work, at these plants, which you could interpret as work, because it's making me think of the Seven of Pentacles. So, like I said, this person is looking, maybe they're not looking for fun. I feel like you may just come into their life when they least expect it, and you're like, hey, do you want to go out tonight? Or maybe something even more casual than that. Maybe you're not even looking for a date. You might just suggest something and they might be like, sure, why not? But then they find something, they find the diamond in the rough with you. The diamond in the rough with you. I love that. Especially with Cancer energy. Cancers are very hard to open up. Very hard. I say this as having known several Cancers. And yeah, I don't have many. Well, I do have a lot of Cancer friends, but I don't know them all too closely, if that makes sense. They're very hard to get to know, but they can also have their guard up. They definitely have their shields up. And honestly, they're being distracted by this work situation or whatever energy they are in that, again, is making them forget the awesome person that they are until you come in and remind them. So let us move on to the tarot, because I'm very interested to see where this is going. This is very juicy, honestly. And I really want to see about your first meeting. Because like I said, not much of you is coming through. You may not know this person yet, but they're definitely unintentionally manifesting you. They're manifesting you without realizing it. So for your person, I'm going to do this in a past, present, future. So the top row will be your person, bottom row will be you. We have the King of Wands. Yeah, there's that fire energy. They're definitely a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, or it's very strong in their chart. Current energy, we have the Hierophant, karmic lessons. They're where they are right now because they're meant to learn something. And Ace of Swords, they want a new start, a fresh start, a new perspective. Mostly in the mind, they want something new and stimulating. Because right now they're going brain dead, quite honestly. Their job bores them. And where they are, the environment they are in, also bores them. Like, they could be stationed out in the middle of nowhere, like with nothing interesting. Even the people, though nice and very accepting and warm, I'm sure, probably are not mentally stimulating enough for this person. Or not vivacious. And something about the people just isn't clicking with them. Also notice that there's thunderbolts in all of these cards. And not all of these cards in this deck have that. So it's like small tower moments for them. Like this whole thing just feels like a tower moment. And then we have you, pile 3. Sorry if I called you any other pile besides 3. I feel like I haven't been saying that enough. We have the 6 of Wands. At least I'm pretty sure that's the Six of Wands. Yeah. Because the Six of Wands and the Six of Swords look very similar here. Also, we're not giving numbers. Or sorry, letters here to tell us what they are. But this is you coming in with an offer, with a celebration, with a victory. You might meet each other when you have won something, particularly you, maybe them. Maybe one of you has recently gotten a promotion and that's how you meet. Current energy with you and this person, though. Ooh, the Devil. You're temptation to them. Which I'm not surprised. Like I said, there's something about you that wasn't meant to be as deep as it is, and then it becomes... So you are tempting to this person. You could also be a Capricorn. Hierophant is Taurus. Oh, I like that. Taurus and Capricorn. They make a great pair. Very luxurious pair. So some kind of fire energy with some earth energy is coming through. And then to clarify, the Ace of Swords. Ooh, like I said, you emotionally fulfill them. Because you were only meant to be a distraction for them. You were not meant to be anything other than like a casual thing or something to distract them from their current situation. But then they get to know you and it's like they want a fresh start with you. They may even say this like after a few moments, dates, encounters with them. It's like, hey, how about we go out on an actual date? How about we give this a try? Like, I definitely see you both trying to keep in contact with each other when this person leaves. This person will not leave for a while though. Back of the deck energy, Two of Wands, but they are planning on it. They won't leave for a while. What's underneath that? Daughter of Cups. Yeah, they're going to want to keep this connection. Like I said, I'm wondering if you both are very unique people to the area. Like, I feel like you're both very similar. You think very similarly, or you could come from the same background and that's how you bond. But at the same time, you still think similarly, because that's what this card is making me think of. The Ace of Swords. There's, it's like you become a fresh perspective to them. You become mental stimulation to them, and they didn't realize that their brain was going to goo until you came along and sparked that within them. I really do love this energy, by the way. It's giving me a little bit of rom-com, especially because I feel whoever this person is, let's start over here. I'm over here right now. This person is actually in a very high level position, or they could make a lot of money. Or they could just be very smart. Like, I'm getting that they are high value. They are something that doesn't typically come to this area. Again, because their talents are typically used elsewhere or would better fit a bigger city or a more fast-paced environment or a different country. Whatever it is that they are, they know that they're kind of up there. Not because of their ego, not because of their pride, but because they know that they're probably one of the more highly educated individuals where they are, or highly skilled, or just very talented. Whatever it is that they are, they're aware of it, but they keep themselves humble. They know they're only supposed to be where they are for the current moment. This would be like that doctor who goes into small towns because of a scholarship to pay off their loans or something like that. That's coming through. But then they meet you, and like I said, you were only meant to be a distraction, but then you become something more. Because with the Six of Wands, these are all positive cards. Even this Devil, very positive cards. Because you're meant to be... The Devil can be bad... I hear bad choices. Maybe they thought you were a bad choice at first. Like I said, it's going to come off very bad. Like, they weren't expecting you to be as good as you are. They weren't expecting you to be as smart as you are either. I can't remember if it was this pile or a different pile. They may have thought you were just going to be a pretty face and that was it, and they were ready to accept that. But then you started talking, and then you started bringing up certain things in conversation, and they're like, oh, wow, we got a live one here. Oh my God. I really hope it isn't coming off that bad. But this person, like I said, unintentionally manifested you because they were not looking for you. And then they did, and they were like, wow. Like I said, you are definitely very visually tempting to them. So they probably gave it several thoughts before they approached you, or you approached them. Not sure who is approaching who here. I feel like they would approach you because we do have all this Wands energy and even the Hierophant. I'm taking this to mean karmic lessons here. This could be the knowledge that is passed down. So like I said, they could be somebody who is highly intelligent. I'm seeing like a doctor of some sort, or somebody who is very highly skilled in their job. They're probably making the most money out of anybody in that town, quite honestly, or they're up there. They're only there because of the money, or only there because of their career advancement. They're not there because they like it. They're not there because they see the charm. Though they may say something to that extent, like, oh yeah, it's kind of charming. It's humbling. What they really mean is it's humbling. But I feel like you, pile 3, might have a certain or a similar sentiment about where you are. Because you yourself might not be there. You yourself might not be from there either. Because I'm not getting a lot about you, pile 3. I'm getting more about them. So if you see some of yourself reflected in this person, do allow that to resonate, because I feel like you're going to be very similar when it comes to that. Not quite, because I feel like you may not be at the level of this person. You might be a little bit younger, not going to lie. So that could be, or you could be in the field that they are, but you're not quite there. So I am seeing, and only take this if it resonates. This doesn't have to be the case. You could both be working in the same place, and they're definitely above you. Like they would be your boss, or they would be somebody that you go to. So only take that if it resonates. And of course, play it safe here, because the devil, like I said, it's temptation. It could be their downfall. You could be their downfall should anybody find out about this, which is why I think they're going to try and keep in contact with you once they leave that position or once they leave town. And they may even try to get you out of there as well. There's definitely a feeling here that this person manifested you for much needed change, or a much needed, they needed somebody and they were glad you were that somebody. They're definitely going to cherish you. So don't take it to mean that they were just using you, because I can see why you would see that. Yeah, because they're also meant to play a key in your advancement in life somehow. This could be you becoming more serious with them. This could be them giving you a leg up in your career or finding you a better position. Regardless, this is meant to enrich both them and you, because you do so much for them. I don't think you understand how grateful they're going to be of how much you brought a lot to them. You brought a lot more than they thought you would. And they're going to be very grateful for that. That's part of the reason you have that appreciation or sadness. They go from sadness to appreciation because of you, and they're definitely going to help you out here. But I really love this. You could also see them as temptation, not going to lie, but I feel like I said, there's something very fated about this. It's giving me Tower moment without giving me Tower moment. Like it was meant to happen. But it's going to be for the betterment of both of you as individuals. But you will find sanctuary within each other for however briefly or long term it is, because I'm not seeing that so far. So yeah, I actually kind of really like this. If it was to be a rom-com, it would be like a very realistic one, or a K-drama where, like, yes, the good-looking rich dude ends up going for the not so rich, I don't know. They say they're not so good-looking, but I think all those actresses are good-looking when you take off all the dumb stuff that they put on them. But yeah, this person is going to go for somebody that they think is below their level, and they're going to realize they're actually at their level, or they have the potential to be at their level or higher. So, but it's very realistic. It's going to be very realistic. So I'm just letting you know. This is the person that is manifesting you. We're going to go ahead and go on to the wisdom of Hafiz. So, by the way, it doesn't have to be a small town. It could just be a town that they did not vibe with. For example, I know some people don't vibe with like bigger cities, so they're just there to make that money. That could also be the case. And again, like I said, they probably find something very comforting within you. But the environment is a key player here. They may even say something to that extent to you, and that's how you first start talking. Okay, so we're going to get 2 cards from the Wisdom of Hafiz. We have Befriend Pleasure, number 22. Yeah, they're going to befriend pleasure with you for sure. Very 18 plus, very steamy. I'm not going to go into detail, but yeah. We also have Invite Peace, number 29. And which is interesting because that also came out in a different pile. So I'm not sure if it's going to be, I doubt it's the same person. But there's definitely a feeling here that you have to make sure that you invite peace. The way I'm reading this right now, though, is for you to cleanse yourself of this person's energy, because it's going to be very easy for you to get wrapped up in their stuff, essentially, in their dramas, in their situations. You don't want to become too involved in that. Keep it separate. Let their stuff be their stuff and your stuff be their stuff. Sorry, your stuff be your stuff. Listen to them for sure. Let them vent if they need to. but don't take it on more seriously than it needs to be, especially if it's a work situation. You want to make sure that you act as if you know nothing, because they're probably going to tell you information that you don't need to know. And then with the tea leaves for my pile 3, I'm hearing to take more. This is very interesting. Let me know if this happens and what... Well, I guess maybe don't let me know, but there's a sense of gossip here and classified information being released to you somehow that you're not supposed to know. And because I know that, I want to know. And I'm typically not that nosy. Okay, so we have Rose. Romance is in the air. Yeah, they're going to try and court you at some point. We have Fire. Strong emotion, passionate love or hate. Yeah, that passion is coming through so strongly. You might have a bit of a love-hate situation, especially in front of others. You might pretend to hate each other, but they don't know. And I think that just adds to the steaminess. We have Ring. A marriage will take place, either romantic or business. Emphasis on the business as well, by the way. But regardless, lots of romance is coming through. Like I said, neither of you were seeing this. Okay, Shark. Take care. There will be a loss of material wealth. Like I said, they could lose their job because of you. So play it safe. Keep it careful. You could lose your job as well. But I think they have a higher stake in this because they make more. And Coins. Money will be coming to you. So regardless, they're going to make money. They see it as if they lose this job, whatever, they can get like hundreds of other jobs. They know their worth. Like I said, it's not that they're prideful or that they're, you know, egocentric about it. They just know what they're worth. They know there's plenty of jobs out there. They just took this one because there was something about it that they needed. They were there because they needed it. They might be doing a favor for somebody, who knows. We also have March. So the month of March could be very important. Somebody could also be born in March. And oh, back of the deck energy, Dog. Protection from a powerful friend. This person could end up becoming a very powerful friend, or they could have a powerful friend who might look out for the both of you. Also, dogs could be important. So somebody might have a dog. But definitely, you know what? The fact that I'm not getting too many details about how you two interact, just like the outcome of it, is letting me know that you're not supposed to know everything. So if it feels like there were gaps in some of that tarot reading, it's because either your higher selves or the universe is blocking that, because some of this is meant to play out and unfold very beautifully. I did tell you the things you need to know. Protect yourselves. Be careful. Take care. Set some boundaries with this person. And like I said, there is temptation here. So there's something very juicy about this connection. Honestly, the intimate side, it's going to be so good. It might feel really good because of the secrecy aspect here. But regardless, do be careful. Do be careful, because at some point it might be hard for the both of you to keep this under wraps. It might be hard for you to keep your attraction to each other quiet, and somebody will find out. And this person can only protect you so much. What's underneath that? Frying pan, trouble, accusations. Yeah, be very careful with this. In fact, I feel like a lot of this romance won't really happen until after they leave or you leave or something happens. But this is all I have for you today, my beautiful pile 3. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If you would like to claim this, do so, but maybe not in the comments. Don't get in trouble. If you feel like doing so, you can like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next reading. Take care.